going on, guys? Today we're going to do a quick unboxing video of the new JY Power HP40. Alright, here's the box that it actually comes in, not the shipping box. Premium 12 volt lithium battery. Let's see, we got a 12 volt Life PO4 battery, 5.4 to 13.8 kilowatts supported.
That's pretty much 5.4 thousand to 13.8 thousand watts with the recommended power supply, as in alternator amperage and all that kind of stuff. Depending how much power you are making, depends how much this can handle too.
And that's a realistic number, not just something that's made up. They do bench tests on these batteries. I just watched they post one the other day. I'll put a link in the description of it where it did overrated. Do not overcharge, do not puncture, just like any battery. 40 AH, 530 watt hour. It's nice though, it comes with the Allen key that's set for those screws for the pattern you need, so you don't have to pull out your own Allen key set, which you can do, which is perfectly fine. Alright. And would you look at that. There we go. Got Travis Young and Jim. JY Power. Got the top connectors here, so where you put the screws in. Put the screws in right here after you put your lug down. 4 connectors. So this is ideal for if you have more than one battery, which I will have. Now this is pretty light compared to your conventional lead acid battery or AGM absorbed glass mat battery, which they weigh in anywhere from 50 to 80 pounds, give or take, depending how big of a battery you are wanting. And what's nice about this is it has the equivalence of, I would say, 3 to 4 of those. Could be more depending what battery you're putting up against, could be less, but it's definitely more than 2, if not more. And that's just like the discharge values and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a super professional at lithium. I'm learning about C ratings and discharge and recharge values and all the other kind of fun stuff and amp hours. The key thing about when you purchase one of these lithium batteries, because I am deleting the front battery, so I run all the same chemistry, you want to look into knowing how much capacity you have to be able to turn your car over. Now technically, if you would just run one of these and have no other batteries in your car, it probably could crank it over. Because whenever you look at crank amps and discharges for audio, for what we need it for, are a little different. That and amp hours, they weigh heavily on how long a battery can last for like a deep cycle. You don't really want to deep cycle these. These are not meant for deep cycle. They're not meant for cranking. They're meant for that instantaneous, power that we need, not at 8.4 volts, which is what a lot of batteries that are cranking batteries are designed for. I don't want to speak too much because I don't want to say something that's wrong, but that's how I see it, and that's what I see from what I do on my own research. And the reason why I'm going with 2 of these, one, so I don't run into an issue like that, so I don't have to have a battery isolator up front from my AGM to crank the car, and or to run a lead acid battery, or to run any lithium like the new excess power Titan 8s, which are lithium, which could go up front. Now the amp hours is 10 amp hours, which isn't much, but it would definitely help if you would run something like that up front and then one of these in the back. That would not be ideal. I might have done that with everything, with the two of these and that Titan 8, but by the time the Titan 8 came out, I already purchased my battery delete kit, which was $69, I believe. Kind of expensive for just a plastic box with some terminals, but I wanted it to look nice. I didn't want to throw in wood and stain it and then buy the leads and the terminals and all that kind of stuff. I just wanted it right. I wanted it to look good, didn't want to have to worry about it. But if I would have known that, I probably would have gone that route. But you know what? I already spent a decent amount of money on these. Like I said, one of these are equivalents to 2 to 4 AGM batteries, if not more. And I got 2 of them, so instead of having 3 to 4 AGMs for just one of these in the back, I have one battery, and now I can run 2 of them. So 1, they're space savers; 2, they're weight savers; 3, they're life savers too, you know what I mean, because you always want that power. But yeah, Cookie Monster's definitely going to be happy with my Ohio Gen 320 amp alternator. There's 220 idle, which is nice for this engine size. But yeah, let me go over some of the specs here. As we know, it's the JYHP40, so we know it's 40 amp hours, and that's at a 2C rate. Normal resting is 13.3 at 30% charge, 13.15. Weight 15 pounds. Height 4.49 inches or 144 millimeters. The width is 8.46 inches or 215 millimeters. And the depth or length is 12.68 inches or 322 millimeters. The ACIR, not sure what that is, milliohm, I believe, ohm, 1.5. That might be the internal resistance, I'm not sure. Average cycle life, 100%, 3,000 cycles. It's at 1C charge and 2C discharge. So that means pretty much you're discharging twice as much as you're inputting, and it would last 300 cycles on a deep cycle, I believe. Continuous discharge rate, 250. And that's for 30 seconds at 12.5 volts. Pulse discharge, 800 amps, and that's at 5 seconds down to 11.5 volts. So this thing can really take some abuse. If you really needed something to burp with it and you just were competing, this would be something that would work. Charge current, 200 amps. Charge cutoff, so it goes up to 14.8 volts. Exceeding that will reduce the cycle life, and no added benefits from charging it above 14.8. So you're not going to make any more power if you go over 14.8 volts. If your regulator is set at like 15.5, 15.8, you're not going to get any benefits from this. This is a battery with stock alternator and or lower charging in mind. Now here's a little chart. Standalone, meaning by itself, it'll do 5,400 watts of power, but that is not what the amplifier is going to make. You're going to need 5,400 watts to make 4,050 with an amp that does whatever said resistance at 75% efficiency. That's another thing to look into, which is a totally different subject of amplifier efficiency and looking into the electrical that you need for said amplifier. Some amps are more efficient than others, and in that case usually they are more expensive, but in the long run you can actually save on electrical by running an amplifier that's more efficient rather than one that is not, which is nice. You save money. You do save money, and 9 chances out of 10 the amplifier that's more efficient usually has better quality. And there we go, we got our two JY HP40s sitting right there. These are actually going to go underneath here. Yes, we have a secret door underneath here. And if you look under here, this is where we're going to put the JYs right here. We're going to take out the XS 3400. It's up front here, and the XS 3400 up front, and we're going to line them parallel here beside each other and then run it up through, and it'll be set. Cannot wait to install these, but I have a few things that I have to do with the system otherwise, with the box, with the battery up front, to delete that and then hook everything up and make sure everything is nice and secured. And I might do a little something extra special with it too. Alright, thank you for watching today, and stay tuned for the next video when we do install this eventually here, maybe in a week or two. And I'll post a video of the install and the steps that we do and stuff like that. So thank you for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much.